So basically, you're you are on the street. You live on the street. About how long? How long?
About a month almost.
A month. Now. And what is it like?
Cold. Depressing. It's kind of a piss off, I guess.
Yeah. If you don't mind, what caused you to become homeless?
Well, I had a place and my ex-girlfriend lost her place.
Yeah.
So I housed her and I lost my place for housing her. Right. The thing is, if you go into a shelter, they'll take $235 for the assistance check to go to the shelter, so you don't really have enough to just go and pay rent for.
I can understand that. My next question is, have you tried to get a job since being homeless? Since
I have. I'm able to work once a week for now, but it's a start. Sent out some resumes. Don't really have much of a contact.
and your biggest obstacle is
not having a place and a way that people can really contact me more easily.
so the contact and not being able to be contacted.
Yeah, and not having my own place in this place.
Right? Have you ever applied or received welfare?
Yeah, the thing is, if you go into a shelter, they'll take your street allowance, which is equal to $235,
Right?
and they'll give it to the shelter,
Right.
which leaves you only $375 to get a place, and most places want first and last.
So have you used social housing in Toronto, the government social housing?
There's a waiting list for that. Waiting list? Yeah, and that can range anywhere from like 6 months and up.
And I can imagine it's pretty crappy.
Well, I mean, if you get on the list, you'll be able to get like a room for like $149, including income. Right? But again, there's a big waiting list for this. It's not really asking.
How present or how scared do you feel living on the street, like every day? What is it like?
I've lived on the streets before. My brother, who used to live on the streets in Ottawa, was murdered on the streets. So I mean, I know anything could happen, but after a while, you kind of not get used to it, but you kind of just becomes okay, I guess.
Do you think the government Canada is doing enough for people that live on the street?
I think they talk more than they do.
They
talk a lot more than they actually do anything. It's illegal for outreach teams to hand you a sleeping bag in the middle of the night. It's illegal. It's illegal. They can't give you a sleeping bag if you're actually stuck out in the cold with nothing.